Hey guys, how are you? How's everything today?
Great.
Good.
Welcome to our third podcast together. And we have somebody new today. So Dafna, why don't you tell everybody your name, your company, and what you do?
Sure, thanks. So my name is Dafna Adler, and I am the principal designer of the firm that bears my name, Interiors by Dafna Adler. I'm an interior designer, and
How long have you been doing it for?
about 25 years, a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, do you deal with a certain clientele or do you deal with all sorts of social classes in terms of your design?
So interior design is a luxury business.
Okay.
So most of my clients are people of means or people who care about having a home, because I deal mostly with residential spaces, having a home that they really love to live in. But I am very cognizant of different budgets, and even the wealthiest of people have budgets. And there are some people who want to spend less, and some people want to spend more. I can work with whatever budgets people put in front of me, and I tell them whether it's realistic or not, and what they can get for the budget that they have.
That's great. The reason why I ask is anytime you hear that I have an interior design, you automatically think millionaires. So the fact that you said that you work with a lot of different budgets and stuff, you know what? That's good for the audience to know.
Yeah, upper middle class. A lot of my clients are upper middle class, people who are working, people who have worked and retired, people who are young and just climbing up the ladder, and want to have a house and a spaces that really work for them.
Okay.
They want to invest.
All right. And Jake, you're back, my insurance guy.
That's
Keats,
Right. That's right.
tell everybody your name and what you do.
My name is Jake, not from State Farm. I work at the Keats Insurance Agency. I'm an independent agent, meaning we work with just about every insurance carrier that you can think of. We handle anything from home, auto, business, life insurance. If the word insurance comes up, you can always give me a call and I'll have an answer for you.
All right. A couple of things I wanted to ask you. It seems like to me, your business or your companies you deal with and stuff, it's constantly changing, right? It's constantly like you got to be on top of things. From maybe the deductibles or just the premiums itself. I mean, how do you handle something like that when they pop in and go, yeah, by the way, this they're going up? Like, what do you do?
It's a great question, and to add to that, it's why it's so important that when you're dealing with someone that's in the P&C world, it's all they focus on, because exactly what you said is right, especially when you're an independent agent where you're dealing with 100 plus different carriers and all these different lines of businesses, because we're just talking about home, auto, and umbrella insurance is more on the simplified side, but then you have the business side where you have underwriting guidelines that can change in the drop of a hat. These insurance carriers, like I like to say, they change their mind like they change their underwear. So it's important to stay on top of your emails, which they do relay to us. If something changes, something new happens, like for instance, Universal Property and Casualty Insurance just opened up for new business. I think I texted you that actually yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're back in New York, which is great. But we get notified that right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I'll tend to do, like I did with you, is I'll just relay that information over to you so that way hey, listen, I got another carrier that I could work with on the home insurance side. But you got to pay attention, and we have a lot of support on the management side with, our sales manager to our COO, CEO, and president of the agency. And then, of course, we have a ton of AI that we invest into constantly to also make sure that while we're quoting, we're not wasting our time with carriers that are no longer going to be interested in focusing on those that are.
For people out there, what does PNC stand for? You said that before.
Property and casualty.
Okay. All right. Fine.
That's what home, auto, and business insurance is. It's
Okay.
Property and casualty insurance.
Cool. I have one other question before I have a surprise question for you guys. As you know, my company, I'm in the mortgage business, and we have to deal with insurance people, appraisals and stuff. I've been hearing about them doing the when they get the shots from the sky. What the heck is it? Google Earth. They're using Google Earth all the time now because they're saying, oh, yeah, we didn't go up there. But no, we used Google Earth aerial shots. And they said, yeah, we could see from Google Earth that, like, the roof has to be redone and things like that. How long have they been doing this? And does it happen with every carrier, or is it just specific ones? Because when I found that out, I was just like, wow.
Every carrier handles things differently. Some carriers are doing it, others are not doing it. Can that change? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
What I'll say to you is it's become more important to the carrier on the condition of your roof in the past 3 years than it's ever had. And I get this to deal with a lot of real estate agents and people that have been in the real estate
Mm-hmm.
industry for decades, where I make a comment saying, hey, listen, if your roof wasn't replaced within the last 20 years, my options for carriers go from all of them down to one or two.
Yeah.
And they're like, I've been in real estate for 10, 20 years. I've never heard that before. And the reason for it is because a vast majority of the claims that come in, as far as the insurance carriers are concerned, is because of the roof. I mean, it's the shield of your home. It protects everything underneath it. So it's important
Yeah.
for it to be in good condition.
All right.
But to answer your question, they're not only doing aerials, but they're also using drones.
That I didn't know.
They'll, like, when you purchase the insurance, even if they don't do the aerial, if they don't have a roofing inspector come to the house to check it out, they might just send a drone out there and just take pictures. And if there's something that they don't like that they see, that's when we're going to get that
Oh
notification.
my God.
Which,
that's crazy.
well, none of it's perfect. Even Google
Yeah.
Earth is not perfect because it's
Yeah.
outdated.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's like a year or two old. So that's why it's important to have an agent that's on top of things that
Yeah.
can say, hey, listen, this, that photo's old, or that was the wrong. You'd be amazed how many times they don't go to the right house. They just went to the wrong house and took a picture of the wrong home. And I have to sit there and attest with the carriers and be like, it was the house to the left.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so.
All right. So I have a surprise question for both of you. So Dafna is going to go first, and my question to you, Dafna, is this: when you're not doing your designing, and working, what would you like to do outside of work? What's like your number one thing?
So I have a lot of different hobbies and different passions. When I want to be active, I love to get out there and play pickleball. I love pickleball.
Oh, wow.
But when I have the time, my first love is working on my art. I'm an artist, and I try different mediums and work in my little craft room that I built for myself downstairs in my basement. And sometimes I go to a studio and I work with other people, and that's very. I love it. I just really enjoy it.
Now, is there a specific type of painting you like to do? Like, people like to paint other people. Do you like to do that? Do you like to do skyline? Do you like to do paint everything, like from flowers to bushes and stuff? Or is
I
there
like
certain
painting
scenes?
nature.
Okay.
I really love nature. Anything related to nature, whether it's the beach and the sunset, or whether it's forests or flowers or birds or animals. Anything having to do with nature is a subject
That's interesting.
that I really enjoy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Jake, my question is this. When you were a kid, what was like one of your funnest, best things you like to do?
I was always into sports. So just being with friends. I mean, there wasn't many sports that we turned away from, but, especially in high school, we were at the handball courts every single day, Monday through Sunday. And we were talking about before we started this, how, you had to come home for dinner when the sun came down. I'd be getting calls at like 7:30, 8 o'clock
Yeah.
at night because, I could still see the handball. As long as I could still see the handball, I wasn't leaving the court. And eventually, I'd have to walk home from there.
And drinking the cold water from the hose.
That's it.
Oh, I love that.
That's it.
I love
Run over
that.
to the ice rink, grab a pretzel, and just get back to it.
All right. All right. So now I'm going to ask you guys a question about our group. We've always said this, and I'll say it again. Our networking group, yes, it's from all different facets and all different types of jobs and professions, but we all really like each other. We're vetted. You couldn't just come into our group and say, all right, yeah, you're going to be an interior designer and you're going to be the insurance. That didn't happen with our group. You had to have the 3 meetings, have to discuss it. So we're very particular who comes into our group. So my question to you is this: since you've been in our group, the networking group, how has your business changed and how has it helped you out? or the
Yes.
ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, like with
Yes.
the ideas, like going around, like you've heard like so many things. We were
Yes.
talking before about the social media type.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely. So I really got connected with Frank, who's part-time contractor, and we are teaming up and working together with one of my clients, and that is working out very successfully. I teamed up with Allison recently, who's going to be helping me with the social media. So that worked out really well. I have Jake here who helped me out with insurance, and that was really good and very really appreciated. I met with Adam, and eventually we will work together. I'll get to it.
But wait, now you said 4 people, right?
Yeah.
So for everybody to know, you said you're a designer, interior designer.
Correct.
Now Frank does home inspections.
Right.
So whatever think a home inspector and a designer can help each other, right? That's first. Then we have Allison, who's the social media, which we were talking about breaking out of a bubble, and you're doing that too. So that's like pretty big for you, because I know it's,
Yeah, she's helping me with videos.
Isn't she great? She's great. Insurance, like you said, and then Adam, who's an attorney. It's pretty wild. Do you ever think you get them from like all those different types of
No, and
occupations?
I think those connections are really what's valuable to staying in the group.
Yeah. And when we recommend somebody, we're confident that that person will do the right job.
We like them, we trust them, we know they'll do a job.
Yes. Yeah. And we've
is
seen you
real
work. You brought
quality.
your books, and you do amazing work too.
Thank you. Yeah.
Jake, how has your business been, and how's it grown from the business, from being in the network?
I mean, when you're in insurance, everybody's an opportunity. That's the beautiful thing about it, because everybody needs it. Whether you have a car, or you have a house, you have a business, there's always going to be a requirement that you're going to need some type of insurance. But for more importantly for me, just the connections, the relationships, the education, just learning from different people and how it's actually helped me. Like just having conversations with Dafna on what she does and how she designs all this work. And then from working with you, I was just asking you about the differences between what's the difference if someone wants to put down 5%, 10%, 20%, what's the difference to the seller? I would have had no idea, I have no one to ask. Or dealing with Mike on the appraisal side and what goes into that. With Adam and the estate attorney, Frank is a home inspector. I mean, we have 16 members, so I can go down the whole list. But for me, it's really helped me grow just from learning from each and every single one of you.
Right.
Okay. And for myself, this is the year in the beginning of the year, I wanted to do things differently. I wanted to break out of my bubble, my safe zone. So I started doing the social media and listening to your sister, who helps out with the Haibu, I think, right? And then we have Allison, who I think really has given me confidence, because how she does things and how she's kind of a perfectionist, She came into our meeting that one day, and we usually get up and talk. She had a whole screen and a computer, and she was so
Professional.
like a perfectionist professional, So I've learned a lot myself, and I've grown in terms of the things I learned from, for example, Adam Solomon. He's telling me about trusts and wills. My parents are getting up there in age, they're 95 and 90, and he brought some things up about trusts, and it rung a bell with me, and I talked to my parents, and we did it, and probably was one of the best things I've ever done, because it gives me peace of mind. And the way he talked to them and how he presented himself with my parents, it was great, because he talked in layman's terms, and let's face it, my mom and dad aren't the easiest people, because that's how they are, but they loved Adam. So, things like that, it's really helped me out too. So let me ask you, Dafna, to end this session, how'd you like it for the first time?
To do this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
You like it?
Great, yeah.
You'll come back?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Jake?
Well, I've been here twice. So
I know.
I'll be here.
All right, so you'll be
here.
so
You
maybe
need
next
someone
time
else
then
to
I
come
think you're gonna like run, and I'll sit over there, and I'm gonna get questions
There you
thrown
go.
at me. All right.
Love that.
There you go.
All right, guys. Listen, thanks, and I'll see you at the meeting.
You got it.
All right.
Excellent. Thank
Take
you.
care.